Hello, welcome to a new place again. I did a little live stream earlier, but I probably shouldn't have. I like to do them at night when I've settled into the place, got my bearings with the place, had a look around a little bit. It's funny because I'm always in a different place. People say, some guy yesterday in my stream said he thinks I'm teleporting. He said it felt like I was teleporting because I'm in a different city all the time. But that's just how I live, moving forward. Let's go look around this city because this city is unique. I wouldn't say it's unique because Da Nang in Vietnam is like this. It's like a city built right next to a beach, like right on the beach. This place is built on the beach. Let's go see the beach. And let's walk around at nighttime because look, you see all these buildings, they're all lit up and stuff, and it looks really cool. Ooh. When we get further into the city, which is just over this bridge, we'll see. But there's people with like boats, and people who have houses here have boats because their house is back onto this river and canal, which is really cool. But I've just had my food and we're moving forward. So let's go into the city and see what it's like. So it's really, 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 really touristy over there. The place is called Surfers Paradise. Hello, red flag. And it's it's an interesting one actually. Really, really loud. So the place I've booked, I've got a bed, and it's right next to this balcony that I've got, and there's a door on it, and all I can hear from the outside is loud music pumping. And I've got a feeling that's going to be pumping till about midnight, somewhere between midnight and 3 o'clock in the morning. So right now it's 9:26 p.m. Green flag, yes. We got both. We got the red flag and the green flag. So it's 9:26. I've got a feeling that music's going to be playing loud. So what better to do than stream? I think it's really fun. Just hello Sigma, how are you doing? I think it's really fun just to have to do streams in different cities all the time. Like when I was doing that cleansing, I was streaming from my hotel. But as you know, if you followed me from before doing the cleansing, I'm a mover arounder. I like to move. Consciousness loves to move. And I think it's really fun to bring everyone along and just have a chat as we walk around. Sending positive energy your way. Thank you. Colin, hello mate. Yeah, I think it's just really fun to just move around. Now, I like to share esoteric stuff. So if you're used to my live streams, you'll know that I like to walk around and be like, hey, look at this old building, look at this magical thing. Let's look at the history of that. Let's look at where we've been lied to as a collective, all this stuff. But this is going to be different. This stream is going to be different because this city has none of that. There isn't a Tartarian building in sight. This city is like new. This is like new. This city doesn't have any kind of thing like that at all. So we're going to see how this goes. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Where am I? This is Gold Coast. The city is actually called Gold Coast. That's the name of the city. That's how new it is. Like cities normally have names like San Francisco, Berlin, like they all have names, but Gold Coast, it's just like a description. And there's suburbs in this city, and that one there is called Surfers Paradise. That's how new this is. This city is called Gold Coast, and there's a suburb in it called Surfers Paradise. That wouldn't have happened if it was built any time back when all the other cities were built. This is a brand new city. There are no old buildings here. Every single building is new. All of these are high-rise housing and hotels, and there's a giant bat up there. So this is Queensland, Australia. You see these massive bats. They're like eagle-sized. If we see one up close, it'll be really cool because they're huge. They're absolutely huge. Were you good after ending the live earlier? Oh yeah, I was. It was just, so basically if I drop a truth bomb, there's a big one, I have to check with myself after that it was okay to do. So that's all. I just had to check with my, because basically you drop something, like if you say something like that, then you have to kind of reassess what it is. Basically, if you have a lot of knowledge and knowledge that not anyone else has as well, or very few people have, talking like less than 1,000 people maybe have this knowledge, right? Certain knowledge. If you have that knowledge and then you want to share it, you have to be really, like, it can be scary to share knowledge like that. You don't know, like, because it's like, can I say this kind of thing? Like, is it good to say that? It's that kind of thing, like, because nobody else has ever said it in a public way. Like, is it okay to say it? What will happen if I say it? Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. Hello, Veronica. Hi. Gold Coast is very fake energy. Nice beaches, though. Yeah, very nice. Nicest beach I've ever seen. That is very true. But yeah, look, that building looks really nice. I would live in that. That's just higher. I would live in that. I bet the apartments in there are amazing. And you say that the area has fake energy. It doesn't matter where I go. I don't fit in with any people anyway. So for me, it's all about, do I like the place? I kind of think I could live here. I do believe that. And I thought that last time I came here in 2022. I thought to myself, yeah, I could live here. Come to the States and walk through our cities. Do you know what? That's going to be really cool when I get to do that. America World Tour, or American Tour. I'm going to do like a world tour. I assume I don't plan stuff, right? So I'm going to do a tour of wherever I can. I want to look at the old world buildings. I want to go to Germany. I want to go to Hungary, Budapest. I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Italy. I want to go to like the Mediterranean, the south of France. I want to go to those places and explore the history there. I think that could be really good and fun for learning. Explore it. Oh, that's the AI. Should we straight go from a normal diet, meats and stuff, to juice fasting? Absolutely not. And the reason is, if you do that, the juices are going to ferment inside of your body and cause bloating. Then you're going to be uncomfortable, and then you're going to go back to the foods that you were eating before. That's why you do the transition, because it moves you closer to the ideal without discomfort. And you get to learn how to eat, because it's a different way of eating. Learn how to eat more carbohydrate than you do with fats and proteins like you do with the meats. So that's the main reason. It's because it's uncomfortable to juice fast going from a meat diet. And the second reason is you need to learn how to eat just to make sure that you have something to go back to after the juice fast. So if you don't learn how to eat, imagine you go, say you're eating meat and eggs every day, and that's your food. And then you do a 90-day juice fast. What are you going to eat after? When it comes to breaking the fast, you're just going to go back to the meat and eggs because that's what your body is wired up to do. So you have to learn how to eat. That's what the transition is for. Serves many purposes. What was the truth bomb? Wow, guess you had to be there. Don't want to say it again. It's scary, but not scary. Just you got to feel these things out. You got to check if it's okay. Say stuff. See what happens. Does anything happen? If nothing happens, cool. Say it again in a few days. If something happens, don't say it again. Simple. Especially speaking to adults as a younger person with that information, you feel like you'll be flagged. Yeah. It's important to know when to say stuff as well. It's not just about what you say, it's when you say it. What does your energy field look like? Goldie, yeah, that's it. I've made it. It's cold here. I was like, yes, I'm going north. It's going to be warm. It's fucking cold. I've got a jacket on. So is everyone else. What's going on? Okay, it's warmer. So it's warmer than Sydney. Look, the trees are still got green on them, so they're fine. But it's cold. I need a Woolworths or a Coles. That's my mission right now. I need a Woolworths because coconut water in Woolworths is $5.25 for 2 liters. And that's really good. And it's tasty. It's from Vietnam and they have the best coconuts. Go to the top of that building for free and have a look at the whole city. Is it really true? Is it true? Should we do that? That's fucking... Do you want to do that? I need a Woolworths. Right, that's a plan for after, if possible. I need, because it's 9:30 and they close at 11. Some close at 9. Let me check my phone. Sky deck. What? I can just go up there and go on the sky deck, can I? All right, we'll do that. If not today, we'll definitely do that tomorrow. I'll stream and we'll do that. That sounds awesome. I bet that's better in the daytime. I'll do that in the daytime. I bet it's good at night and day. We'll do it both. But I just need to find a Woolworths, actually. Keep going north. It gets better. Yeah, I hear this. Do you know what it is? I don't care about much else, right? But I care about hot weather. I need the weather to be warm. I need sunshine. And I need to not have to wear a jacket and trousers, which is what I'm wearing right now. I am wearing cold weather clothing, which these are the only long trousers that I own because I've spent so much time in the tropics. I have like 15 pairs of shorts, which is too many, arguably, and then these, and that's it. Because I don't ever plan on going near the cold. Your Atlas aligned itself naturally a year after your Kundalini. No, it didn't. I hate to be dismissive, but if you go to an Atlas prof, you'll see that your Atlas is out. I really don't believe that it happened naturally. It's been done to humanity intentionally by genetic manipulation. It wouldn't just pop itself back in. It's been intentionally done by people who really understand the human body or the human genome, or they have a good understanding of how to manipulate it anyway. Woolworths closed. Right, all the Woolworths are closed. Okay, this is one of those places where all the shops close at like 8 o'clock. It's one of those places. All right, we're not going to the shop. That's okay. We'll just walk around the city then, and I'll deal with all that stuff later. I was just going to get a coconut water for when I wake up. It's nice to have it there to just bang it straight away and get that hydration. And you know, if you wake up and immediately drink a fruit juice or a coconut water, you will instantly wake up. The only reason that you struggle to wake up is because you're dehydrated. That's the only reason. And you shouldn't, well, far be it from me to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, but it would be advisable not to eat food. Let's go this way, it'll be hectic. It would be advisable not to eat food at least 3 hours before sleep. You want to have an empty stomach when you lay down in your bed. If you're like snacking right before bed, you're not going to sleep properly and you're going to wake up dehydrated. And then you're going to feel that groggy feeling in the morning. So if you feel that groggy feeling when you wake up, it's because you didn't digest everything properly from the day before. So about 3 hours before you go to bed, you want to stop consuming. That was just, well, it would be advisable. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I have noticed that if I eat food and then lay down with the food in my stomach, I have a poor night's sleep. And sleep is important. Sleep is one of the most important things. A good night of sleep changes your whole day. Last night, I traveled for 14 hours on a bus to get here. And I didn't sleep properly. And so when I got here today, I was all groggy and tired. And I had to go and have like a 3-hour nap in the bed. I'm going to walk this way, actually. It'd be nice to just walk along the beach and have a chat instead of going around all the hectic stuff, to be fair. We can all have a conversation then. I don't want to get behind on the comments. It's better to have a conversation than it is to just look around the city, even though we will do both. What juices do I drink? Just fruit juices. Orange juice, pineapple juice, grape juice, watermelon juice, whatever. Mexico. Yeah, Mexico's an idea. Hello, Alizy. If you ever go to America, just be more aware of what's happening while in the country. Nah, I hate to sound dismissive again, but I don't need to be aware. I only need to be aware of what's happening directly in my energy field. So I don't need to know about politics. I don't need to know about any of that. I don't because I feel like that's what you're getting at. You need to be aware of all the politics and all that. I don't want to get involved in any of that. I actually forget that there are politicians until someone reminds me. I feel like that's what you're talking about anyway. But I have really good awareness anyway. Like, I'm always present. Happy to come to France. Yeah, bro. I'm going to come to France at some point just because I want to see all the architecture. Paris looks incredible. Eternal Self sent divine fingers. That's cool. Thank you. Is it normal to feel the side effects during transition? Yeah, but not like heavy. If you're feeling heavy detox symptoms during transition, then it's a sign that you are going too fast. You're probably consuming too much fruit and not enough carbs. So if you're feeling heavy detox symptoms, try having more bread, rice, pasta, potatoes than fruit. So when I was transitioning, it was like 20% fruit. People think it's like mostly fruit, but it's not. It's like very little fruit, more carbohydrate stuff. Come to Albania. Everywhere that has good architecture is on my list. How to transition from normal diet to juice fasting then? Check out the transition that I have detailed. There's a detox playlist on my page at the top, or I wrote a book with the entire instructions in that. So the information is there on my page. Just go to the top and you'll find it. Yeah, Charlie, shilling my book as well. Thank you. But yeah, the book that I wrote explains everything. But the information is also available for free if you go through my videos, if you can find the information that way as well. So I don't shut up about it. So if you want the info, it's there. I literally don't shut up about it. Would you sneak into some old world structure to see the underground? Yeah, if I knew that I could. Look, I'm right by the beach, by the way. This is the beach here. This is the nicest beach I've ever seen. Or one of, definitely. The sand is like pure white. Look, here it is. The sand is like pure white sand. It's like pure, clean. It feels amazing in the hand as well. Even though I don't know what sand is. But yeah, look, and the water's like turquoise blue. You can't see it at nighttime, but in the daytime, the water's like properly clear turquoise blue. It's beautiful. And this is a really long beach. It's like miles long. And it gets warmer the further north you go. Yeah, I understand. Sorry, I'm 65 messages behind, so I will get to the comment. I'm just £2 a litre in Aldi. What is juice? 1.75 litres of orange juice for £1.69 in Lidl. It's the best price you'll find in the UK. And that's real orange juice. It's just been pasteurised, which is fine in the beginning. What is Australia's overall vibe? I don't know how to say what I think, like, without it sounding like rude in some respects. But Australia is very cool, but it's also, this is like the general overview. Australia, out of all of the, let's say that all of the developed Western countries that I've been to, because Australia, I do consider it a Western country, and it's not in the West, it just has the Western culture, the Western vibe. So Australia, out of all of the Western countries that I've seen, it's very similar to England. Australia is basically what England would be if England had good weather. That's basically it. So it's nicer than England, and the people are happier, but it's still a white Western country, which means that most of the people are very hard to interact with, because for some reason, these cultures have the highest rates of like fluoride poisoning and indoctrination, let's say. So it's hard to find people to connect with. Australia has the highest vaccination rate out of every Western country. And so it's very hard to find people who understand or would like to have a conversation about the kind of things that I like to talk about. That's a difficult thing in Australia for me. And I'm not saying that those people aren't around. I've never met one. Oh, I met one guy in 2022 that I worked with. He was cool. And he was into some of this stuff that I talk about. But overall, it's nice. It's a nice place. The people don't really have that much of an effect on me. So it's better than being in, let's say it is nicer in a different way than being somewhere like Hoi An or in those quiet places in Vietnam, which are very reptilian. This place is not very reptilian. And Western countries are just not that reptilian unless you go to like small towns. But this place is less of that. So that's a plus. But if you don't have the reptilian, you have indoctrination in a different way. So it is a balance. Everywhere you go has pros and cons. There's never a perfect... I bet there is a perfect place. You know what? Chiang Mai, Thailand, would be the perfect place if the water didn't taste like steak because it's built on top of a giant Titan. If Chiang Mai didn't have Titan water, it would be the perfect place in the world. It would be the most best, amazing... It already is, to me, the best place I've ever been. But the water, it's like... I know if I lived there, that would start to get to me after a while. But everywhere has pros and cons. Does bounce back sigil work against black magic? If you are a child of God, you don't need to do bounce back magic. It just bounces back anyway. When you get your vibration high enough, it just bounces off you anyway. Don't worry about it. So, non-magical beings need to do magic. If you're a magical being, you are magic. Why would you need to do magic if you are magic? Just be yourself. That's magical enough. And any black magic, if your vibration is high enough, doesn't work. They have to get you in a low vibration to get the black magic to work on you. They get me sometimes. It got me today. Half the day. There was and they have to get you in a low vibration to get that black magic to work on you. As soon as you raise your vibe again, you're untouchable. You got to know this. If you raise your vibration, you're untouchable. You have to embody that self-empowered confidence and high vibration. You do that with what you choose to put in your body, mostly, and then what you choose to do with your time. So you have to be able to like yourself. So you have to be able to look at yourself and say, yes, I respect myself. And you have to eat the right food. Because if you eat the wrong food, that lowers your vibration. That's why they rely on you not knowing what to eat. Because it affects your vibration. Where am I? This is Gold Coast, Australia. There's the Gold Coast. You can kind of see it. You can hear it for sure. I don't know why I decided to walk this way, but I guess I'm walking towards Broadbeach. Evening. Yeah, see, this is okay, there you go. That's this country. You can't say hello to random people. They look at you like you're weird. Like it's crazy to say hello to random strangers. Like, so the most sociable people that I've met in Australia were the crackheads in the street in King's Cross in Sydney. They were actually up for a chat. And I like to say hello to strangers and walk past and like pet the dog or whatever. But here, I'm like, hello, and they're like, they look at you. It's like you disarm them because nobody does that around here. This is like the white Western developed culture. It's like, why is this guy saying hello to me? What does he want? Is he dangerous? That kind of thing. Wow. When you should be able to do it. It's the tallest building in the city as well. The Skydeck is 360. Yeah, that sounds cool. It's winter at the moment. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything though. Like, I was just in Vietnam. It's not that far away. It was 44 degrees. It's not that far away. It's over the road. It's like the same distance as England is from, I don't know, Germany. Not far. But the weather in England and Germany are the same. I just came from Vietnam. It's 44 degrees there. No, look at these buildings. Yeah. Look at these buildings. They look cool. I really appreciate like a cyberpunky style building with lights and stuff on it. I do appreciate that. Do you feel that taste can change when transitioning for things people are picky with? Yeah. A lot of your tastes are manipulated by the parasites in your gut and stuff like that. A lot of it. It's like eating meat. One day you'll clean yourself enough to the point where where eating meat is like disgusting and you'll wonder how you ever did it. It's the same as like giving up cigarettes. Can you heal anything if you fast? If yes, how just not eat anything? No, you don't want to fast. So you want to rehydrate all the old waste and mucus, but you want to be able to have energy while you do it. That looks nice, look. Nice pool area and stuff. Yeah, you want to be able to have energy while you do it. And so, palm trees and everything. This is a nice place. It's just a shame about the weather. I'm wearing a jacket. It's like lemon grab, unacceptable meme. Yeah, it's definitely cold. But yeah, basically you want to rehydrate that mucus. You do that with juices. The reason you do it with juices is because the sugar, first of all, pulls tissues out of toxins out of tissue, so it cleans you, and it gives you energy. So the fruit juices have electricity in them, sugar, and they keep you going through the day. If you just do that with water, you're not going to have much energy. And how long can you realistically do that for? You spend a couple of days checking it out, check out surrounding towns. What, here? I just go where I feel like going. Sorry, brother. Yes, it is. The symptoms of having a Kundalini. Oh, well, if you go to an Atlas prof and ask them and get them to check if your Atlas is in, then I would believe you. But how do you know that your Atlas is in? You can't even feel it. When you get your Atlas put back in, you don't even feel it. How do you know? Like, you just... It's like, I guess you have an intuition saying that your Atlas is in, but I'm just not, I don't believe it. Go to an Atlas prof and ask and say, hey, I think my Atlas put itself back in. Can you check? And they'll check. If it did, I'll be amazed. But I really don't believe that's possible. Oh, they charge money for the Sky Deck. Yeah, I figured it would be something like that. I did believe you when you said it was free, though. That sort of stuff does normally cost money. You're from Australia, Queensland. Cool. Can you heal anything if you fast? If yes, how just not eat anything? Well, the reason that you get diseases is because of obstructions. So the reason that you have problems is because you eat the wrong food and it gets blocked in your body. So if you eat the right food and clean your body, then your body can heal itself. You're not healing the body, you're just removing the obstructions so the body can heal itself. It's two different things. If the orange things are dangerous or to create chaos feeling, there's lots outside your house. There's lots everywhere you go. Don't worry, those people are the scum and the most bottom feedy people. They are not scary. Don't worry about them. They're afraid of you. Why are they afraid of you? Because if you find out what they're doing, they're in trouble. That's why they use secret signs and symbols and all of that stuff. They're not going to like me. That's all right. Just bought the book on Gumroad, sir. Legend. You won't regret that. You'll find it very useful. Let me know how you find it. Send me a message. I really love I get messages every day lately saying how it's changed people's lives. I'm really loving that. Sent all the roses. Lorenz. Cheers, mate. Is that a male name? Lorenz is definitely a male name. 33. I love it. Hope you love Australia. Go to Cairns, Rusty's Market for coconuts. Do you know what? I've been buying coconut water in Woolworths. It's been all right. It's Rawsome brand. I don't think it's raw though. It's just, so this is a sneaky one. They call their brand Rawsome, but it doesn't say raw on the packet. So I think it is pasteurized, but they call it Rawsome. But it tastes exactly like the Vietnamese coconuts I was getting, and they were the best coconuts I ever had. Totally normal. Nothing to see here. That's just normal. You just leave those there normal. It's all normal, very normal. Nothing weird. I'm sure there's nothing weird happening here. That's just all very normal. Very standard. Nobody just leaves that kind of thing out for no reason, do they? I don't even know what. Don't even know what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? What? Don't know what you're on about. What did I even say? Thoughts on Bashar? Yeah, Bashar's cool. Bashar speaks more truth than most spiritual teachers. He really does. Bashar has amazing information.
Thanks, man.
No worries. They said thanks. They were polite people. Hi, Jem Bond. Hello. Someone says true LARPer. Well, I've been sharing my information with thousands of people. It's changing lots of people's lives. I feel like changing the world, to be honest. So if that's a LARP, then I don't know what would please you, my friend. Sorry, 99 messages behind. I'm not ignoring anyone. This isn't pre-recorded. I'm not a robot. I will get to your comment. Sounds like a Mason talking about architecture. Demon triangle, 686 demon symbol with strangely symbolic profile picture. Thinks I'm a Mason. Interesting. You just started with all the fruit stuff. Well, do the transition. Do the transition that I have outlined. That's the way. Like, if you just go straight through, you're not going to do it for long. Very 1 in 50 people will start on fruit and just fly with it. It's very rare. Like, if you do the transition, that's going to carry you properly. You're going to do it properly. You'll be there. You'll actually learn. And you'll actually do it. So this is a long-term shift. So this will actually get you into the mindset and into the habit-forming zone where you can actually succeed in the long term. Do you know what's really interesting about this city? It's like a big city with loads of buildings, but there's no one around. So this is what I'm talking about like props and fake buildings. Like, where is everybody? There are high rises everywhere. I've seen about 5 people. It's only 10 p.m. It's not like it's 4 in the morning. It's 10 o'clock in the evening. Where is everyone? I don't understand. This is what I'm saying about certain towns and cities. There are prop buildings and prop apartments that secret societies buy, fill with furniture, and put no people in them. That's a real thing. What do I think of the Gold Coast? I like it. Do you know why I like it? Because I can relax. I can breathe here. Sydney, complete opposite. Sydney is chaos. It's like Sydney doesn't give you a chance to stop and sit down or do anything. But look at this. Look, this is a city, and look at this. I have room to think. There's no one around me. There's a beach. I can just hear the waves and the beach crashing. It's beautiful here. I like it. What lives in the holes in the sand? Yeah, I don't know. I did think that when I kicked them. Where are you? Well, I'm just on the Gold Coast. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I am, even though you could probably discern it if you live here. You're in Oz. Where are you? Be honest. Why would I not be honest? In fact, the fact that you said be honest makes me not want to tell you where I am, because it means that in your head, there's like some kind of aspect of your consciousness that wants to play a hide and seek game with me, and I don't want to do that. So when you say where are you, be honest, that makes me not want to be honest. That makes me want to say I'm here, but I might not be in 10 minutes. Ooh. That's my response to that. Go to Byron? Yeah, maybe. I don't know about anything. I've been to Sydney. That's weird. You know what? Because I'm from England. Didn't think I'd have to look at that again. Whatever. This country is so similar to England. There's loads of similarities. Get an island soon as a base eventually, hopefully. Yeah. That would be amazing. Happily unjabbed over here and don't drink their water. You live in the only town in Oz that doesn't fluoridate their water. Yeah, so the only way to get clean water is through coconuts and fruits. That's the only truly clean water, or distill it yourself. What do I mean about the place being reptilian? If you know, you know. There are different factions of Parasite, and they dominate. There's like turf wars, and they dominant ones in different areas. So if you go to somewhere that's not developed, it's going to be mostly reptilian. Somewhere like Hoi An, Vietnam. Chiang Mai, Thailand's really good because it has a mix of both, so it's nice. There's no strong direction one way or the other, which is really nice. I don't like it when I don't mind it when there's no reptilian style Parasite, but they kind of bring out the humanness in people as well. It's really hard to explain unless you can see it, but there's like a type of... There are multiple factions of them, and there's a type of Parasite that takes away the humanity. I don't like that one either, but I can be around it. It just means I won't be able to talk to anyone. But the reptilian type, then I can kind of talk to them people, like those people, the people that have the dominant reptilian Parasite. Because you can still get the humanity out of them. So would I say I have a preference for which parasitic entity I'd like to be around? No, not really. I'd rather be around people that didn't have those in them. But until we all start cleaning our bodies properly, then this is how it's going to have to be. I got my Atlas done in Australia on the Gold Coast, yeah. You don't drink tap water? Yeah, neither do I. How much further am I going to walk? It's kind of, there's nothing going on along here, is there? This whole place, look, high rise, high rise, high rise. How many of the lights are on? This is what I'm saying, right? Look how many lights are off. It's 10 o'clock. This is a deceiving place. There are loads of buildings, but not that many people live here. Look. You see that? Look, that one. More off than on. Is tap water not alright to drink? Well, it's got heavy metals and chlorine and stuff in it. I wouldn't drink it. Right, let's go back this way. I want to go towards where there's going to be some kind of liveliness. So if we go back towards Surfers Paradise. So at Surfers Paradise, there's always street performers and music playing and all that sort of stuff. So it's good to have a little variation. We'll just walk past it. I don't want to walk through it because it ruins the conversation. But look at that building. There's like 2 lights on, 3 in the whole building. This is what I'm saying. It's crazy. That's why there's no one here. There might be loads of buildings. I think it's impossible for me to avoid esoteric subjects. I think that's the whole point of my live streams and my world adventures. Look at this. This is like a prop town. Did you see that prop town I went through? If you look on my page, I went through a prop town. There were houses, but there were like 2 houses with the lights on and 2 cars in the street. And then loads of houses with the lights off. And it was like 9 p.m. And this is another one. Look, this is a prop town. Prop towns exist where they buy a bunch of apartments and then just don't put people in them. And look, there's no one around. There's like 2 people over there. And all these buildings with all the lights off. Look at this. What do you think about this? This is a prop town. This is a prop city. Loads of this is fake. And when I say loads of this is fake, I mean, it looks like there should be more people than there actually are because of the amount of buildings they put here. There's hardly any people here. There's a guy there, a couple of people here. There's a guy running. 1 car. Think about how many buildings are here. There's like 1 car. Look how many cars are parked in the road. There's like 2 cars. Couple there. Shouldn't this, if this had people in it, there'd be cars everywhere. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? Look, like I'm pointing the camera at a bunch of buildings, but there's no lights on. Admittedly, there are a couple of trees in the way, but even still, look, you just we'll go behind the trees and you'll see. No lights on. Look, there's a van, a car, then nothing. Look, big high-rise buildings. Where is everybody? This is a weird place. I'm telling you, they are weird. The world is so much weirder than you think. The world is so weird. That one's got a few people in it. That looks a bit more like it. Crazy though, bro. Oh, it's Sin. Hello, mate. How you doing? You're constantly dealing with nightmares. How to fix it? Clean your body. You're having nightmares because your energy field is open. You have to be able to breathe properly as you get into bed. Don't eat anything 3 or 4 hours before bed. That will help loads. That will help so much. And make sure you can get a full breath before you go to sleep. Make sure you're comfortable. Don't get into bed if you're uncomfortable. If you're feeling discomfort, don't get into bed, even if you're tired. Have some water, drink, flush your body out, wait for it to pass. Get into bed when you're feeling comfy. Don't just crawl into bed if you're feeling like shit, thinking that the sleep will fix you. That's how you get a bad night's sleep and nightmares and all that stuff. Am I heading to Byron? I'm not heading anywhere. I'm never really heading in a direction. Byron is south of here. This is already cold. So conclusion, probably not. I don't want to go anywhere where it's colder than this. This is about as cold as I can stand. Let's walk through this park. This place is so weird. Right, let's walk around this weird place and just have a look at how little people there are here compared to... Like, does this not feel like a movie set or some shit? Like, this is like the fakest place ever. This is like an example of like the modern Matrix. It's like the fakest town I've ever seen. That one's under construction. Why? Oh, yeah, look, oh, these ones are all full. We need a new one. These buildings are all full up. We need to build another one. What's going on? Why would they approve that? Like, why would someone build that? No one's buying these. No one's living in these. Look, that one. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 floors have lights on. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over 15 floors. The one next to it, no lights on. Oh, one floor. 2. Over there, look at that. Where is everybody? There's one car here. This is a fake place. Someone said the energy here is fake, and I agree. This is really fake. Not just the people, just this place. It feels like a movie set. This isn't a real... Like, it's called Gold Coast City. And the towns are called, like, Surfers Paradise and all this. It's like the weirdest place ever. I love exploring the weird world. The world is so weird. Weirder than we ever thought it would be. What's that? There's a lot going on in there. There's no people in there, though. All the screens are on the TV. It's like a big pub. Bowls Green. There's no one there. There's a bus driving, no one on it. No one's on that bus. Where is everyone? Why is that bus even in operation? Who are they picking up? There's one car parked there. Look how many buildings are we around. There's no one here. What is happening? This is the weirdest town. Like, I'm 99 messages behind, so I will get to them. Comment, look at that one over there. Look how many lights are on compared to how many lights there are. What is happening? Comment, please, if you think this is weird. It's not just me, is it? This is a strange place. I like it, actually, because of how quiet it is. I like the quiet of it. But I don't feel unsettled because I've seen weirder shit in this world. But if I came here like 2 years ago and noticed this, it would have unsettled me. I didn't notice this the first time I came here, how quiet and weird it is. I knew it was quiet, that's why I liked it, but it's weird. Good people don't mind saying a polite hello. Well, to be fair, you can be in a mood where you don't want to. Am I cold? Yeah, I am. I'm wearing a jacket. It's sad, isn't it? I'm wearing a jacket and trousers. What do I think about Freemasons? Lots of things. How many of those cold pressed juices do I have a day? I don't know, like 6 litres. 6 litres of liquid a day. That's really a normal amount. It's strange how there are no people there now when other countries had so many out all night. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go to Vietnam. It's crazy. People actually live there. Look at this place. Look, there's how many lights are on in there? One light on that small balcony. That whole building. Off. What is going on? Tell me this is not really weird. This is a weird place. Anyway, it's good fun to explore the weird world. I thought I wouldn't get anything esoteric out of this place for a stream, but here we go. Look, lights off. Lights off. Most of the lights off. Most of the lights off. Most of the lights off. There's like 4 cars. This is like a big dual carriageway road. This is a dual carriageway. Do you know why they build dual carriageways? For heavy traffic. Because they expect there to be lots of cars. Because it's a busy place. That's what a dual carriageway is for. But there's 4 lanes and there's like 1 car every 5 minutes. What is that? Like, this is such a weird town. City. It's a city. It doesn't feel like a city. This is a city. It's 10 p.m. I've seen like 5 people. 10 max. Crazy. You haven't been able to give up meat yet. Well, if you just do the transition and eat the carbs, then it's easy. You won't even want to eat it. It's only you basically have to, because if you've got a lot of meat parasites, you can just override them with carbohydrates. Oh, look, that one's got a few people in it. There's at least 5 people in that building. Oh, there's at least 10 people in there. That's quite a lot compared to what we've seen. Look at that one. That's all like grand. It's all lit up. Welcome to the hotel. Look at that. 1 window, 2 balconies, 2 windows, 3 balconies lit up. Look how many look how many floors it has. What is this place? I'm in awe of how weird this place is. I didn't even notice earlier. I was busy earlier getting spiritually attacked. As soon as I've woken up and started a live stream, which took me a while to get out of that spiritual attack today. And then I woke up and I've gone to this live stream. And it's like, there's a guy in there. What's he doing? He's like the only guy in the whole place. What are you doing in there? Look at these fake number plates. Look. Look at that. The BBK CAS 7. That one just says LLC. That's it. They're like fake vehicles. Like, I know you can get custom number plates. I'm not stupid, but do you know what I mean? It just adds to the fakery of this place. They're not even real license plates. Like, that's a real license plate, right? Like they're like not even real, bro. Like it's this whole place is just a fake town, like fake city. It's just like a plastic city. There's nothing. There's no old world infrastructure. Normally they build cities on energetic portals where these old world buildings are, but this one doesn't have any of that. This is like a plastic. It's like a city built by for like some weird. It's like a brand new city. It's like made of plastic. That's how it feels. It just feels like it's made of plastic, like it was made in a factory, and just like it was like 3D printed. This is a 3D printed city. It's just put here, and then a couple of people came to live here, but they put like 40 times more properties here than is actually required, and they're still building more. They're still 3D printing more. Do you do breath work? Well, I just breathe, which I know sounds condescending, but it's not. I actually just do breathing, which is very different to intentionally changing my breath patterns. I just naturally breathe and sit still sometimes. That's breath work, by the way. Atlas Prophylax. Yeah, go to the one in Gold Coast. That's where I got mine done. It was good. Have I got accommodation? Yeah, of course. Have I got accommodation? I'm sure I wouldn't struggle to find it. Hello, do you have any vacancies? Could you imagine? Oh, mate, I can imagine walking in there, asking for a vacancy, and them saying, no, we're full. I can imagine that happening. That's happened to me before, like empty hotel. They're like, nah, we're full. Like, what do you mean you're full? It's like, none of the lights are on. I can just imagine, I feel like it wouldn't, but I can imagine that it has happened to me before. Look, even that nice building, there's probably 20% of the lights on. What is Australia's vibe? There's no one here. That's the vibe. There's no one here. Any recommendations for travel? Yeah, go to Thailand. You've been using that Rawsome 2 litre bottle for your Weetabix. Yeah, I used to use coconut water for my Weetabix. It's the best way. In the US, you see cones every 30 meters. Yeah, you do. Look in people's gardens, people's windows. That's what you want to pay attention to. Everyone wants to know. Just start paying attention. I'm not. Just start paying attention. Go look around. Go look at your neighbours' houses. Find out which one of your neighbours is a weirdo. See, they got a cone in the window and a circle reef hanging on the door. Go and have a look. Go and look. You'll notice patterns. Start noticing patterns. Look at your neighbours. They're very proud. They'll hang shit on their door. They think that no one's going to find out. But we're here now. The spiritual police are incarnated for one reason: to be a pain in the ass to the enemy. They fucking hate me. It's fun though. Alright, keep moving. Alright, don't taunt the enemy though. Respect your enemy. Do you remember me from the comment on your post? To be honest, last time I opened TikTok, I had 2,200 unread comments. And when I see that number, it's daunting. So I don't click on the comments. Because 2,000, like if I click on it, then I feel like I'm going to, because I like to go through all of them. I am going to sit down and do it. But because I've been moving so much, I haven't had a chance. Oh, look, there's no one in there. So weird. Because I have been moving around a lot, I haven't had a chance to look at the comments. So I have like at the moment like 2,000, over 2,000. If I click on that, then I'm going to be sat there for a good 45 minutes, I think. So I'm just finding the right time to do that. Tomorrow I've got a full day, so hopefully then. But I haven't read any comments for about 8 days, and they've just been building. Usually I click on them when it gets to about 100. But I've just neglected it because I've been moving so much. I'm not being ignorant. I always read all the comments. I'm not being ignorant. I will get to them. Why would they make prop buildings? You tell me. Pay attention to what your neighbours are doing. I'm not here to spoon feed you. But just pay attention. Use your discernment. Gold Coast, this is Australia. What's the reason for derealization? You need to clean your body. It's other entities being in control of that bit of your brain, basically. So if you're experiencing the derealization, it's because you're not completely driving. That's why you need to clean your body and reclaim your fucking vessel. Reclaim your vessel. And then you'll live in consistent presence. And it's quite peaceful. There's a spoiler for you. You clean your body, you'll be peaceful. Most of the time. Eventually, all of the time. I'm at the most of the time stage, which is nice. Considering before I started, it was almost none of the time. I'm peaceful enough to be able to walk along the street and stay present enough. Basically, being able to stay present is the absence of negative thinking. Because if you have negative thinking and worries and doubts and all of these things in your mind all the time, you're not going to be able to focus on anything because they're like distracting you. These negative thoughts distract you. So if you can be present, that's because you're peaceful. Presence is peace. How do you manifest that? You clean your body. Because your body is your mind all the time you're here. You will not find peace without cleaning your body. Not truly. Where do you have your camera? In my hand? It's on my phone. I'm just doing this on my phone. Oh look, there's people over the road. There's like 5 people. Isn't that something? I just saw a bunch of people. What a weird... Sorry, I'm just going to have to walk this way. I have not had to do this on a live stream before. But I'm going to have to find somewhere to water the plants very quickly. Sorry to be crude, but I really, really need to use the toilet. Chiang Mai is nice. Yeah, sorry, I'm 99 messages behind. So just give me... Cool. Someone giving me evils as I walk past. I'm pissing them off here. This is a weird town and they're using it for weird purposes and I'm pissing them off. That's okay. I don't have to live here. Right, I'm just going to use the... So people think it's like bad to urinate in a bush, but what would you do in nature? Give me 1 minute, please. Thank you for waiting. I appreciate that. There's actually more people here than when I started. I love that. And now I feel more comfortable and we can do more streaming. So we're walking towards where I think there will be people. Because this place is weird and there aren't that many people around. They all go to bed early and wake up early. Maybe. But where are all the cars then? Here there are more. So as we're moving towards this end, there are more. That was like Broadbeach way. And there's less. There's more cars here. So there's like 15 cars here. 20, which is a lot. But you say they're all in bed early. I don't accept that. Well, they just all turn the lights off. No lights left on. Look, that whole building doesn't have a single light on. Oh, there's one. There's one up there. That's a reflection. That's not a light. That's a reflection. It looks like a light, but if you see it without the camera, that's a reflection. Look. It's not a light. That whole building, just one light on. Oh, no, that's a reflection again. Whole building, one light. Well, that's not weird. Sorry, but that sets off my weirdometer. That's weird. That's strange. That's creepy almost. Like, what's going on in there? Why is there no one in there? They're all going to bed early. I don't really accept that. As I said, that it's 22:22, which means it's true. No, it doesn't necessarily, but I'm going to take it as that. It's just weird anyway. Look at it. Just use your intuition and ask, is that normal? No lights on in any of the buildings. It's usually packed around there, dude. It's Sunday. It's a city. Go to any other city. Go to Sydney on a Sunday. All the lights are on. Everyone's about. Because there's life there. You say it's normally packed around here. There's nothing here. There aren't any bars. There's not even a shop. There's no restaurant. There's nothing. That looks like a restaurant. But there's just residential buildings and hotels. These aren't even hotels. They're residential buildings. This is a residential building that people can buy. I bet the property prices are really low here. And if they're not, it goes to show that this is a prop town. Because if the property prices are low, or if the property prices are high, that means they don't really want to sell them. Because there's no one in them. It's a morning city. 5 in the morning, there'll be heaps of people walking. Well, we'll see about that. All I know is this sets off my weird intuition. This is weird. And I'm sure loads of other people are like, yeah, this is weird. There's no way that you're looking at that as well, thinking it's not weird. Right, let's go towards this way. There's going to be stuff going on. And that'll be fun. There'll be people along here because this is tourist land, and look, you can just see along there that it's more lit up. So if we go this way, we'll be able to enjoy the energy. Am I still in Sydney? Nah. If this was Sydney, there'd be people around. If this was Sydney, yeah, there'd be people around. I wouldn't be able to relax. If this was Sydney, I wouldn't be able to relax. Sydney, you can't relax in Sydney. Try and relax in Sydney. The only place you can relax in Sydney is on the rocks and cliffs by like Coogee Beach and that kind of area. But if you're in like main central city, then Sydney's hard to relax in. Probably the opposite. Yeah, Oz people take home cones all the time. Yeah, well, you don't realize how many of these weirdos are around. I'm not saying everyone. I'm just saying pay attention. Notice patterns. I'm just pointing at stuff. I don't even know what I'm talking about. What am I talking about? I don't know. Nothing to do with me. I don't even know what I'm on about. What's that? What does that mean? Weird. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm on about. This whole infrastructure wasn't set up for specific purposes that the general public have no idea about. That can't be true, can it? Anyway, I don't even know what I'm talking about. You sleep better inside an EMF sleeping bag. Yeah, there's a lot of frequencies in cities, definitely. This feels like the back rooms. Yeah, done it. It's like a liminal space. Like it feels like a dream almost. Like there's no one here. Like where is everyone? Big, busy, bustling city looks like. And then when you get here, there's no one there. You've been walking around for 30 minutes and you've been here at least and 4 bikes past. Exactly. What, in a city like this? There's a car. Oh my God. Wow. A car. It's crazy, isn't it? You would think, like, let's go towards this way. Let's go back towards like the beach. And you would think there'd be people here. So even where I'm from, in England, which is a city called Portsmouth, even there, which is a really quiet city, and it's a beachside city, right? It's an island in the south of England. Even there, you get people out and about at night. You can go down the beach and there'll be people there. But here, look, where is everyone? There's actually, I can hear a cricket. That's poetic. There's a cricket making a noise. Like, where is everybody? There's no one here. If you don't think this is weird, you're weird. That's my conclusion. Broadbeach has no soul. You know what? I kind of feel like that about this whole place. This whole city. It's like plastic. It's 3D printed. Even though that building has the word soul on it, lit up. Look, what's this? A surf club. That's creepy. Do you know what I feel like? So, you know those videos people post on TikTok where they like where they enter, like they pretend they're time traveling. They say, look, I've just walked into New York City and there's no one here. There's a guy that does that. That's what this feels like. I feel like I've entered a dimension where the world's population is like 4,000. But all the stuff is still on. It's like everybody, you know, like those sci-fi TV shows where most of the population just disappear out of nowhere. Feels like that just happened here. Look, that's all on. All the TV screens are on, but there's no one in there. There's not a soul in there. What's going on? Why is no one in there? Why is it even open? Are they expecting, look, they've got all the screens on. How are they paying the rent? How do you afford the rent if there's no one here? How much is the rent on a place like that? There's nobody in there. There's one guy over there. And I saw a car. Oh, 2 cars. And there's a guy. No one in that building. Look, there's 2 lights on in that whole thing. This is crazy, bro. Look, that's empty. They're building more. Because apparently there's not enough housing here. Oh, look, there's 2 people. But let's keep moving. Isn't it a holiday kind of place? Well, apparently. It must be, but these aren't hotels. They're residential buildings. They're not hotels. They're residential buildings. It's normal to you Gold Coastians. Yeah, well, it's not normal though. And I'm not saying that anything is normal, but this is weird. If you're from here and you've never been anywhere else, you're in for a culture shock when you go somewhere because there'll be actual life around. There'll be people there. The buildings will be full. They won't be building new ones even though they're empty. Look, they're putting another one. There's 2 being built right now. Why? What? Who came here and thought, right, I need to build something? The demand for property around here is so high, I need to build one. Like, what's going on? This is like backwards land. When you see China on TikTok, it all looks like AI. Go there then and have a look. It feels like it as well. They're work buildings. It's a Sunday night, dude. You can say that really, maybe, right? But where are they going to work? All this is hotels and residential buildings. I've seen 2 restaurants in this whole walk. Where are they going to work? What, is everybody just work far away from here, but they just live here? So everybody who lives here doesn't have a car, by the way, because there's like 2 cars on every road. Hardly, look, there's 4 cars there, like outside this whole giant high rise. So nobody has a car, and they all work here, but there's no restaurants to work in. There's no warehouses, factories, or anything to work in. So there's just high-rise buildings and hotels. So what you're saying is everybody is either working in the high-rise building or working in the hotel. Because how else are they going to be leaving here to get to work? So you're saying they're all workers, but there's no one in them. Well, okay, they're all workers. All the lights are off. Everybody's gone to bed because it's Sunday and they've all got work tomorrow. Question, where are they going to work without a car? What, you expect me to believe that all these people in all these buildings like don't have a car and they all just take the bus? What, you can afford to live here but you can't afford a car? None of this makes any sense. None of this makes any sense. This is a weird place. This is the official stamp of approval for weirdness. This is a strange area. Every single place I go in the world has weirdness in it. And everywhere's got its own special brand of weirdness. And I really feel like it's my job, or it's part of my journey, to walk around the world and document the strange shit that happens in the world. And that's what we're doing now. This is a strange area. Right. It's busy in the summer during the day. Yeah, okay, I agree. But you're also saying, was that you that also said these are work buildings? So even in the summer during the day, wouldn't all these people be at work? So again, it's just, again, weird. There's no way to explain this apart from this place is weird. No speech though. What's your thoughts on saying like a human body is like an ocean because we sweat and cry salt? You sweat and cry salt because you eat salt. How long have you gone without salt? Have you ever cleaned all the salt out of your body? So you sweat and cry salt because your body's trying to remove it. So it comes out in the bodily fluids. Meteor shower, cool. Thank you. I don't know about what those gifts do, but I know that they cost you money to send, so I always say thank you. I always appreciate them. That's a cool building. Like, that one looks like normal, but it's still probably 30% lights on. 40% really. That one, everyone wants to live in that one. Out of all the buildings I'm looking at, and that one over there, that's full. So we're getting towards the life now. This is where people seem to live. They'll start turning the lights on because of me. There's no one in there to turn the lights on. They're fake buildings. Look at it. It's fake as. This is a fake place. And the only place with energy in it, which is where we're going now, is all tourists. All of it is tourists. Look, let's go there. You're going to see. There's going to be actual life and actual... There's going to be a lot of activity around here. Where we're going now. There's a drone up there. You see that green flashing drone? That's weird. Truman Show rolling. Okay, out of all the places I've been, and I grew up in what I feel like is a prop town. This is a proppiest prop town ever. Maybe all towns are prop towns to some extent. What about groceries? Yeah, there's a Coles and a Woolworths. Normal stuff. It's normal, yeah. There's a Woolworths over there in Surfers Paradise, and there's a Coles. There's a Harris Farm over the road. So people do, there's like housing estates over there that people live on, I think. I don't know how many of them actually have people in them. Whoa. It's honestly just empty summer home during the winter vibes. Yeah, maybe. For me, it's just weird. Everybody's got an explanation for it. And they're all valid, kind of. But my intuition is saying it's fucking weird. Like, empty summer home during the winter. So where would you live? So what, people live here in the summer. So 80% of the people live here don't live here half the year, basically. What are the chances of that? Why would that happen? This is a city. This is a city. It's not like a summer home place where you get like a nice summer home by the beach in a quiet place. This is a city. This is an actual developed city. That's what's so strange. It's a movie set. That's more likely. What do you think about lentils? I just ate some sprouted lentils before. I got some in my bag I'm wearing. Got some sprouted lentils in my bag. I find sprouts amazing. I'm getting into sprouts lately. Let me tell you, if you're not into sprouts, get into sprouts. They're very good. So when you get chickpeas, lentils, green peas, and sprout them, it activates like the life force in them. And then eat those. And they're very, very, very powerful. I'm only just realizing. They make me feel strong. It's the same. So, you know, like when you eat meat, I haven't eaten meat for years, but you know that feeling if you eat like a steak and afterwards you want to do loads of push-ups? Sprouts give me that same feeling. The exact same feeling. They make me feel very strong. Highly recommended. Hotels are so sketchy. They pretend they're full. They do. But they're always so quiet. You know, have you ever gone to a hotel and they're like, oh, we're fully booked. You got the last room. And you go in there and there's like no noise anywhere. And you don't see any people. Right, this is where the life is. Like, there's people here. This is like the border on which the life begins. That way, nothing. Fake prop town. 10% buildings full. Here, still got the Christmas tree up in the window. That's okay. Give you the benefit of the doubt. And then here, look, this is some life. There's like stuff happening. Look, even the beach here is like, looks like people come here. Look, there are people here. Okay, we've entered a new zone. It's Sunday night. What do you expect? Dude, it's a city. Go to Sydney on a Sunday night. It's way different. There's people everywhere. It's not like this isn't a small town. In a small town, I would expect that. Yeah, normal. Like, very normal for a place to have no people in it, or everyone to be in bed or whatever in a small town. This is a city. This is an actual developed city with, like, skyscraper buildings or, like, very tall buildings. Look, you don't... If you have that, then you should have people around. Over here, you're going to have people. It's weird how people feel entitled to information and demand it. You know what? When people get used to getting information off of you, then they feel cheated when you don't give it. But I give all the information that I give freely. It's like my choice. So if I don't want to give some info... Look, there's going to be some life over here. I can see a lot of people and a lot of colourful lights and stuff. So there's stuff going on over here. You're in England, it's warm. Yeah. England, though. I won't go there again. What's the pink and green about? Yeah, so you're starting to pay attention now. It's actually pink and blue. Pay attention to these fucking things. Go and look around. Just go and look at your neighbours' doors and houses and what they hang in their windows and stuff. I encourage everyone to do that. Just notice patterns. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to say just go and notice patterns. Wait until you start seeing the same stuff over and over. Just really pay attention to what people put on their doors and put in their gardens and put in their windows. Look at people who intentionally rip their curtains, because that's something. Just have a look around. Go and notice patterns. I'm not going to tell you anything more. If you have questions after you've noticed patterns, then come to me. But first, notice the patterns. You have to wake up to this kind of thing slowly. Otherwise, it would melt your mind. Look, there, Paradise Centre. There's no one here. Where is everyone? This is a city. Look. Okay, this is weird. I genuinely feel like everyone has disappeared. You know, like when Thanos did the snap and like half the people disappeared. Except here it happened with 80% of the people. Right, this is the main bit. This is like the main bit. This is where it all goes off. There are less than 40 people. This is a city, man. It's like 10 minutes ago there were 100 people here, and then Thanos did his snap and they all disappeared. That's what happened. There's no one here. Right, let's keep walking. Just, yeah, you're asking about the stuff. Just pay attention. Look at people's houses. What do they hang on their doors? What are they putting in their windows? What patterns can you notice? Start noticing. They're going to hate me for that. How many beers? None. I don't drink beer. I don't want to consume anything that lowers my perception or that muddies my perception in any way. I don't want to do that ever. I like being completely coherent at all times. I actually don't feel coherent enough for how much I want to be, because I know I can go higher. I have to clean my body more. The more you clean your body, the more coherent you are, the more present you are. You get to the point where you don't want alcohol, drugs, or anything like that, unless they elevate you, unless they give you more perception. Perception is power. Liam Richards. No, I never heard of him. Yeah, boy. Hello, fam. Hello, mate. Yeah, for the transition, you don't want to consume any oil. So check out my transition. There's a reason it's 0 fat. It's not like a little bit of fat. It's 0 fat, completely 0 fat. Although I consumed some fat today, which is very rare for me. So today I consumed some fat, and that was the first time I've consumed it in like 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks ago, I consumed it like 1 day or 2 days in a row, and that was it. So whenever I consume, it's very, very, very rare that I will consume fats. Very rare. And when you're cleaning your body and doing like the proper detox, you don't want to consume any at all. You want to go 0 fat so you can replace all the water in your body. But do the transition I've outlined. Check my playlist or my book. Have a look there. You'll see it. All the information is available. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. Feeling good, actually. Feeling really nice. Had some sprouts. Chickpea sprouts. Loving it. Sorry, I'm a few messages behind. Where are you staying? That is not a question I'm going to answer, if you don't mind. That comment was hours ago. Well, bro, there's 99 messages ahead. Sorry. I've been talking about the place without reading the comments. I'm going to try and catch up a little bit with the comments, but I'm keep scrolling. It still says 99 plus. What do you meant by only 1,000 people have the info? Whoa, I am very far behind on comments. Yeah, there's some information that very, very, very few people have. That very few people have. I happen to know certain things that I know that barely anyone knows. That's why you like my content, because you know that I know stuff. And I teach you stuff that no one else does. What do you think of classical music? Yeah, I like it. If it's on, I would never like put it on. I remember once I took a certain magic medicine with my mate, and I put on 4 Seasons by Vivaldi, and I put it up really loud, and it like messed him up. He couldn't handle the 4 Seasons by Vivaldi. I remember that. That was funny. It was like frying his brain. It was like frazzling his brain. Like, and it was loud. I put it like really loud. Giving life to plants when yeah, that was ages ago. So I am a few minutes behind on the comments. So I'm going to try and catch up a little bit so we can be at the same like place and that. The people are weird around there, super fake. You'll see them all at 5 a.m. running around. Yeah, I know, it's weird. This is a weird place. I have realised, I've only been here 12 hours or so, 14 hours. I have noticed it's very strange. I'll see what it's like tomorrow. So basically, the way that I've noticed that I travel is I get to a place, I spend a couple days here, I see everything that's kind of relevant to see, I'll do some videos, make some streams, and then I move on. And to basically, for me to get around the world, I'm going to have to do that. And you're going to notice patterns too. And when you see, you can never unsee. I don't know what I'm talking about though. What is that? You tell me. But that's how we're going to get around the world, basically. Because if I want to go to, there's probably like 20 cities every country that are worth seeing. But I want to go to see Cologne Cathedral in Germany. I want to, France, go all around America, check out the Tartarian architecture, do the esoteric stuff that we can do. Let's walk this way. So much mucus coming out of you. I feel like it just keeps coming non-stop. Yeah, exactly. People don't realize how much mucus they have in them. Wait till you start getting it out. Watch how your body just opens up and everything else in your life opens up. You manifest freedom to go anywhere you want. Because you can manifest freedom to go anywhere you want if you clean your body. Because that's internal freedom manifests as external freedom. Come to Canada. Yeah, I will at some point. There's stuff I want to see in Canada. It's final boss area for Instagram content and activewear. You know what? It is like that, isn't it? I feel that. Sydney's like that as well. Sydney, if you go to like Bondi, that's like final boss, activewear, Fitbit wearing, that kind of thing. Like, how many steps did you get in today while I wear my gym gear kind of thing. But I get that. It is like that. And expensive coffee. Australia just has a lot of coffee everywhere. Proptown looks quite peaceful. Yes, because there's no one here. There's restaurants everywhere, but they're not open. Most of them are not open, because why would they be? Because there's no one here to eat in them. Let's walk along here and see what's open. Do I wear a hat? Yeah. I have my hair's getting long, so hat makes it look better. There's an awkward bit. I just don't want to cut my hair. I like how I look more with short hair. Genuinely, I do. But I just don't want to cut it. I just don't. I can feel that it doesn't want to be cut. I don't want to cut it. Look. Shops are shut. Why would you be open? There's no one here to buy the stuff. What time is it here? It's 10:47. Whoa, I'm 20 minutes behind on comments. Sorry. Right, I'm going to skip a few comments unless it's a genuine question. I'll skip over. Right, I'm just going to catch up a bit. Ask the next person for their thoughts on the fact that we live on a petrified Titan. I'd rather not, you know. So if you're a projector, that's going to cost me energy. What's the point in that? I feel vibes too much. There's no point. Ask him where is everyone, why it's so empty. They're just going to give me some normal answer, like, I don't know. There's no one's going to be like, oh, look, you think there's like the keeper of the esoteric knowledge just lives in every city that if you ask the right person, they're going to be able to tell you exactly the reason. Like, it's just, they're just going to look at that. Like, if I say, where is everybody? They're just going to stare at me for about 5 seconds and go, oh, I don't know, mate. And that'll be that. Well, look, there's a bar that's open and there are 4 people in there. There's 4 people in that bar. 2 outside, 2 inside. Oh, and there's a member of staff. How wacky is this? How are they paying the rent on this place? That's what I mean. None of it makes any sense. There's all these shops here, but there's no people. None of this makes any sense. But I'm catching up on the comments a little bit. If I go to New Zealand, I'll get weirded out. It's hard to weird me out. This doesn't even really weird me out, but it is weird. Do you know what I mean? It's not weirding me out, but it is weird. What's this way? There's stuff. Let's go look what's open. Look. Let's just ask ourselves, how are these people paying the rent? Look at that, real estate. Real estate? Who's buying houses here? How are you having a shop? Look, these don't make sense. This place doesn't make sense. How many people are buying the food in there on a daily basis? How many customers do you reckon that gets based on the amount of people we've seen? There's another real estate place over there. That means there are competing real estate places. There's one over the road from that one. There's enough people buying property here for competing real estate, but most of the buildings are empty. Do you see what I mean? Just like critical thinking doesn't make sense. Like, how are they paying the rent? Convenience store. There's one there. There's multiple convenience stores. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense. You bet there are people at McDonald's. Should we go have a look? I bet there are. I bet that's where most people are. Come on, let's just go have a look. Wherever it is. I've lost it. There seems to be a few people along here now. Yeah, McDonald's is over here, I think. Let's go see if there are. I bet there are. Oh, there was a nightclub there that looked like it had about 10 people in it. Sunflower sprouts. Okay, right, I'm catching up with the comments now. The numbers started moving as I'm scrolling. Yeah, just bake 4 whole pizzas because there's enough customers to justify it. Another nightclub. But where are all the people? How many people are in that club, realistically? There's no one here. What time does that club shut? Like, what do you reckon it's like? I almost want to go in there. How funny would that be? Should we just go in the club? I know they're going to charge me to get in and probably make me put my bag and coat in a cloakroom and shit. Clubs like make you dress a certain way. You want to see how I'm dressed? I don't know if they'll let me in a club. Look, I'll show you. Look, I'm wearing like, I don't know if you can see that. I've got a bag on as well. Dressed like a hippie. I don't know if they'll let me into a club dressed like that. Go chat to someone. What am I going to say? Oh, come on. Yeah, I'll just go chat to someone. Who are we going to chat to, realistically? What are we going to say? I'm a projector. I understand energy. I'm not going to waste energy on starting a conversation that's going to cost me energy. There's no way. That's why I talk to you lot, because you understand. That's the whole point of this. We're here to have a conversation. This is me being social. So when I talk to you lot and do live streams in places, this is my social. Because where else am I going to get it? What am I going to say to like these guys? Hello, like all the shit I talk about. Don't you find it weird that all these buildings are empty and there's no one around? People are going to be like, what? No, you want to go for a beer? Like, it's just, there's no point. Do you have to get to a certain level of clean before you keep learning? No, but cleaning your body will teach you a lot. Well, there's like 10 people in that one. Hi. I'm good, how are you? You just partying on your own or what? Alright, cool. She was beautiful. Working, trying to get people to go in the club, like asking, like every 10 minutes when one person walks past, like, hey, you want to go in the club? They're turning off CERN tomorrow. Yeah, they do that all the time though. They turn it on and off all the time. Yeah, let's go look in McDonald's anyway. That was the plan. I just want to see how many people are in there. Gets naughty outside that McDonald's late night weekend. What does that mean? Gets naughty, or gets a bit naughty outside that Mackey's, mate. You know what I mean? What is it making it sound like a party? Oh, gets naughty. You're making it sound almost enticing. Like it's just the way it's like sounds like the way an English person would be like. Oh, it gets a bit naughty outside there, mate. As in like, yeah, let's go down to the McDonald's, mate. I was a right naughty old time. There's no one around. There's 4 people at Guzman and Gomez, which is just like, it's like Mexican McDonald's, isn't it? What do I think about coffee? I wouldn't take any stimulants now. Sugar is my stimulant, really. clean your body, and you get super affected by like I don't need coffee or drugs. I can just have some refined sugar. I'm not even joking. It's the same thing. Not the same thing because it's a food item, but it gives me the same effect. If I want to get like high, say it right. Okay, if I was invited to a party because I don't drink, I would go there and I would take candy probably and eat refined sugar. There's loads of people at McDonald's. There's loads of people in there. It's actually full of people. McDonald's is like a safe haven, isn't it, when you're eating it? It's like a nice place. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 20 people in there. 15, 20 people. That's the most people in any place. Whoever said, I bet there's people in McDonald's was right. Fair play. Do I get a slight high dizziness after eating a hot pepper? Nah, but my spice tolerance is really high. I can handle spicy food better than anyone I've ever met. Like when I get spice, I get like the maximum. Even in Thailand and stuff, before I started cleaning, I was saying to the people like, right, make my food spicy and then make it Thai spicy and then make it more spicy than that. Because when you say to an Asian to make your food spicy, they always look at you like, oh, he's a white person, he can't handle it. But if you can handle it, ask for Asian level spicy and then ask for higher than that. Am I in Ghana? Does this look like Ghana? There's no one around. Maybe Ghana's like that. This place is 3D printed. I refuse to believe otherwise. There's nothing that like this place, like 10 years ago, this was just desert. And now there's this, it's 3D printed. That's how it feels. All right, let's read the comments. So I'm 85 behind. They're coming in quicker than I can read them. So I'm sorry if I didn't read yours or haven't got to it yet. Haven't read your message about the Discord server. What did you say? The link for the Discord is in my bio. If you want to join, you can just join. Go to my bio. Click on my page. Go to the bio. There's a YouTube channel in there, a Discord server. You can book a one-to-one or you can buy my book, and there's other things. So, although I think that's it. But yeah, link in bio anyway if you want to join the server. It's free. You can just join. I have a community. There's like 400 people in there or even more. And you can just join and they chat about detox and we exchange information about what's good and ask questions and all of that, and it's fun. What about Cone's thing, buddy? Well, I've told you. Pay attention. I'm not going to spoon feed you. I told you it would melt your mind. And that's patronizing. Some people can handle it. Some people cannot. Pay attention. That's all I'm saying. Pay attention. Start noticing patterns. Queensland, everything closes early. Yeah, I don't like that. I like to be so in Asia, right? So you can be in the middle of, like in Asia, it doesn't matter what time of day it is, everything's open. There's people around. Like in Asia, if I'm 4 a.m. and I want a coconut, I can open Grab on my phone, click a couple of buttons, and get a coconut delivered to my door for like £1, £2.50, or for a couple of coconuts with delivery. In Asia, the West is way different. Here's a Sunday. Yeah, it's true. Surfers is booming. Is it though? This is Surfers. Is it booming? Is this booming? This is booming apparently. I like it. I'm not complaining. I like the quiet. I've just come from Sydney. This is a nice thing for me. I actually enjoy this. I'm not hating. I was walking around earlier thinking I could actually hang out here for a few days. I probably will. Just because it's really good for my nervous system to relax and chill. It's so fun watching you live stream and you want to do that also. Yeah, it's really fun doing it as well. Like I said, this is me being social. So instead of going on a night out, I live stream. And it's only recently, the last couple of weeks really, that I've had the energy to do consistent live streams. If you've noticed, like anyone who's been paying attention to my streams and channel, you'll notice that I've been doing them consistently now. And that's because I've sorted out my energy. I've got it stable. It's really hard to do that, especially when you're being spiritually attacked and stuff. It's really hard to do that. You have to clean your body to a really high standard, and then you have to figure out what to eat, and then you have to consistently eat it, and you have to avoid all the bullshit that people put in food. You have to avoid all the restaurants. and make your own food, and while traveling, making sure, like, I'm bouncing between different countries, so I have to get what's available. Challenge and really fun to figure out how to keep stable while bouncing between all these countries. Go Pasha Ganger in the club. What does that mean? I don't speak their language. Show us your hat. Here you go. It says Thailand on it. I'm representing. And it has an elephant on it, which has a deep spiritual significance to me. Love that elephant. I love it. Elephant are the best. That's my animal. Look at all the hungry seagulls. Seagulls are like evil, aren't they? They have an evil vibe. They really do. They're not. They're like reptilian birds. They're like evil. Birds only respond to 5D chat now, fam. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really into chatting up birds, mate. It's nice to have a conversation with a pretty lady, but I'm not going to be like, hey, wow, you want to go get a drink sometime? Like, all of that. Fuck all that. If you're a man, you want to attract. Women should chase you. If you're a man, you want to be the magnet. You need a woman to believe in your mission. That's the divine feminine submitting. And when I say submitting, I don't mean submit as in one under the other, but the way it works is divine feminine submits to the masculine. That's how it works. Like, if you want to say it on a mechanical level, if you want to call it that, it's deeper than that. But a woman can submit to a man, and what that means is that woman is able to fully embody her femininity because she knows that the man is doing all the masculine part. So the woman is able to fully submit her masculinity to the man, and so she can embody the true feminine because she knows that the man has got the masculine shit covered. And that's how the woman gets to be fully the woman. So women who don't have real men around are in their masculine. And that means that they're doing all the man shit, like trying to get all the money and do all the shit that the man does. And that's a woman in her masculine. And that woman can't embody the feminine because she's doing all the masculine shit. It's like, for me, I've had to be the feminine in my life. I've had to embody the divine feminine within my body at times. I've had to be that. And if you're on your own doing this, you're going to have that experience as well as you awaken yourself. So feminine is receptive. Male is creative. It's different. And I've had to embody that on my journey. Gold Coast is a dark energy. Well, it doesn't have an energy. There's nothing here. There's no one here. It's like a plastic 3D printed town. Although that building looks cool. I would live in that building. Do you know what I would live? Do you know why I would live here? Because there's no one here. It feels like it's my little town. Or like it was put here just for me to look at. That's how it feels. It feels like I'm like I just got put here. It was just like created just for this purpose. Like I just came here and it spawned in just for me to walk around and have somewhere to breathe. It feels like no one actually lives here. Like no one here seems like they live here. Everyone here just seems like they're just passing through. Everyone. Absolutely everyone just seems like they're passing through. I haven't seen one person that I feel like lives here. Oh, I saw those dog walkers earlier. That was it. It feels like it was created just for me to look at. It really does. It feels like a magical thing that was created just for this live stream. Why am I not buying a new camera? Well, because cameras cost money. I will. When the opportunity presents itself, I will get a new one. But for now, this is what we're using. McDonald's has... I don't believe that about McDonald's. I think it's lab grown. I think that human thing is a psyop, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised, but I think it's way more likely that it's lab grown than it is like human. Definitely. You suggested McDonald's. Well, there you go. You were right, though. Definitely. Salt is complete. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying clean your body and use your own discernment. And as you clean it, your body removes its. Okay, for health, salt is like consuming external. Your body removes its. Okay, for health, salt is like consuming external salt is not necessary. Your body wants sodium from plants. Your body only assimilates minerals when it's in form. For other reasons, you can use salt for other reasons. You can use salt for other reasons. But for health, then salt not necessary. But we're in a very complicated situation as a species with the sort of thing. With the sort of things that have entered the human system. And so discernment is required. But clean your body and you'll be able to use your own discernment. You won't have to ask any questions. Now, I like that building. It's got like this level. Like, what's in there? What's in that bit? Is that someone's apartment? That have entered the human system. And so discernment is required. But clean your body and you'll be able to use your own discernment. You won't have to ask any questions. Now, I like that building. It's got like this level. Like, what's in there? What's in that bit? Is that someone's apartment? That would be really cool to have all those colourful lights. You used to work at that McDonald's. What do I think about alkaline diet? Yeah, I think it's amazing. I think if you consume acids, then you're going to be very uncomfortable. So basically, you know when you have, like, you know, if you urinate and it's dark yellow and it smells, that's because it's full of acid, because that's how your body removes acid. So when you're consuming acids, which comes from eating meat and dairy and other acid-forming things, like, I don't know, like vinegar and anything acidic, then those acids get stored in your body, and your body can't function optimally if it has loads of acids in it. That's why people get sore after they do workouts, because they're eating loads of meat and dairy. So their bodies, all the lactic acid and all the acids from eating those foods are going into their muscles after they do the workout. That's why, like, among like gym bro culture, it's common to have a soreness for multiple days and not be able to move properly after you do a workout, which isn't normal, by the way. It's just because of the acid forming food, eating all the meat and the dairy. If you clean your body and eat alkaline food, you won't have any of these pains or problems or anything. That's why I talk about cleaning the body so much. It's everything. It's everything. Your body is the instrument through which you experience everything. Why would you not want it to be clean and functioning optimally? It's everything. It's not just a thing, oh, I might do that later. It's like, why aren't you doing it right now? Like the only reason you wouldn't be doing it is because you don't recognize the benefit. If you saw what I was like before I started to what I'm like now, you would be like, oh, okay. Straight away, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's obviously the best thing you could ever do. But because you didn't know me before, you just see me how I am now. So you just think, oh, he's always been a high energy person. He's always been good at speaking. He's always been this. No, the reason I have all this high energy, I'm good at speaking and all of this is because I clean my body. Before I cleaned my body, I was just like everyone else. Drinking, going out partying, eating food, just going to work, all this normal shit. Cleaning your body is how you free yourself. Control grid is crazy. What, in Australia? Yeah, Asia's the best. I've noticed that as soon as I come back here. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to explore it a little bit. But you never know. Might go to Thailand. I can't go to Thailand. I'm not allowed in there now because I've used too many days. I need to get a different visa if I want to go to Thailand, which is annoying. But that's okay because I can travel the rest of the world. That girl before sounded keen on you, bro. She was gorgeous as well. But I'm not into like flirting. There's like, I believe that I have like a twin flame somewhere. I'm not really into... Like what, like you say, like, oh, that girl was flirting. So what, I'm going to go and flirt with her and then what? We're going to go for a beer and then what? She's going to be like, hey, you want to come back to my place? And I'm going to be like, well, that sounds really lusty. And then either two things happen. Like if you go back to a random, like with a random girl that you just met, okay, three things can happen. The third one is the optimal one for this kind of situation. Two are bad. So one of them is, one of the people gets attached to the other one and the other one doesn't like it. And isn't into it, and so there's a sadness on one side, and there's kind of a sadness and a heaviness on both sides. Number two, you have like lusty sex with the person, and you both feel like you took something from the other, and then it's kind of awkward and you have to do like the walk of shame home. Or number three, which is the optimal solution, you both have a really good, strong connection, but you're both spiritually awakened enough to not get attached to each other, which is going to be super rare, super rare. That's a good one. That's the good outcome of that, which I think is like a 1 in 1,000 chance of happening. The most common ones are the first two. Some girls like the reptilian conspiracy game. Yeah, I've noticed the prettier the girl, and oftentimes the weirder they, like the more niche that what they find attractive. Honestly, like really pretty girls I've known in my life have always been attracted to really weird people. That's always been a thing for me. I've always noticed that. Is that a thing among pretty girls watching, if there are any? Australia is so boring. No nightlife. I can't disagree. It is boring. It's very like, do you know what it is? It's very like bubble wrapped. That's what it is. It's very bubble wrapped. It's very like plastic place. I'm not hating on it. It's just different. Like if you go to Asia, it's got like edge to it. Like you do whatever you want in Asia. There's no rules there. In Asia, there's like no rules. Like you. And look, there aren't really rules. You can just do whatever you want here, but like people look at you, they shame you. They shame you with their eyes. Like, oh, look at him. He's like, do you know what I mean? Whatever it is, like it's just basic shit. Like, but in Asia, you can do whatever you fucking want. No one cares. In Asia, if they try, like, if someone tries to tell you what to do, it'd just be like laughable. No one would listen. Your husband and you fell into your masculine and feminine, and your marriage is wonderful now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you embody that, then that's like, you'll be happy because that's what you were designed to do. Australia was pumping back in the day. It's just not, I don't know. Everyone disappeared. Look, there's like 4 people in McDonald's now. It's getting bleak. Rendering before you. Well, yeah, literally, it hasn't rendered quick enough. I'm traveling around too quickly for the world to render quick enough. So I've got here and it's still loading. This is just a loading screen. Is spicy food acidic? Yeah, mostly. It's more like irritating, like chili peppers and stuff. They're more irritant. But I still eat them because like they aren't too bad. Like chili peppers, it's not so bad. So I caught up with the comments as well. But yeah, I feel like the energy. Byron Bay is gorgeous. I'd fit in there well. I haven't fit in anywhere I've ever been. The spiritual people there will think I'm too normal, or like they'll like because I don't fit the bill of what a spiritual person looks, acts, or should be. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Well, I'll try it one day. It's just cold there, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go now because I feel like I could go to sleep and relax and rest because I didn't sleep properly last night because I was on a bus for 14 hours. But yeah, thanks for chatting, everyone. And as always, if you want to learn to detox your body, click the link in my bio. I will be back soon. I don't know what I'm going to do because I feel like there just isn't much that I can. Basically, anything I post from here is going to be insights about, like, probably emotional well-being more so than esoteric knowledge because there isn't anything esoteric here. So this is a place for me to rest, recharge, and relax. And when I do that, I have more stuff to say about emotional healing and stuff. So I haven't spoke about that for a while. So yeah, cool. But yeah, if you want to clean your body, check out my book or my videos. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll speak to everyone soon. Thanks for chatting. This has been fun.